some areas that I needed to grow in, and God, praise God, got a hold of my heart. So back to your question. To be honest, I mean, gosh, nothing turns me off more than an apathetic and arrogant spirit.
Yes.
And you kind of spoke to this, but I do think these are the two things that stand in the way of someone being willing to grow and change. Either they are too prideful to admit that they need to fix something in their life or grow in an area, or they're too lazy to put in the effort to change and to grow. And I think both of those things are just extremely unattractive and just huge red flags. But man, I always have seen in my own life, like, you can work with a teachable and humble spirit. I grew up playing sports. I grew up playing basketball, and I would always say, like, I would night and day always choose the teammate who isn't necessarily this like rock star of a player who's like this LeBron James who scores 50 points, and who's like cocky and lazy, but rather someone who is hardworking, who's teachable, who wants to keep getting better, who encourages the people around them. And I would just say, like, that goes into even life, like into romantic relationships, into a marriage, like the same as in relationships. We're teammates and we're going after the same goal here. And if I have a crappy teammate, someone who accepts mediocrity and is lazy in effort, or someone who's prideful and full of themselves, it's going to be really hard to have a thriving, healthy, and strong, lasting relationship. And the same goes for me. If I'm looking for that, like I said, in someone else, I better make sure I'm giving that too. And so I would say in my past relationships, there were definitely some people who, you kind of alluded to this, but had the mindset of like, this is just how I am, right. Take it or leave it. And man, I just don't believe in that, nor am I even suggesting, I guess another side of what people could argue, to like change people. I don't think we get into a relationship hoping that the person will change or to change them into what we want them to be. But I just don't believe in staying the same. This mindset of like, this is just how I am. I think as believers, as Christians, as even just humans, like we should be wanting to grow and get better every single day. And so I need a partner who is someone who's going to have that same goal and mindset